Hey, hi, hello, and happy Halloween, happy spooky season. If you're new to my channel, my name is Simo. I put up new videos every Sunday at 6 p.m. and for the whole of October, I've been making spooky type content. If you've missed any of that, I've got a playlist. I'll probably put the playlist in the description of this video, or there's a playlist on my channel. If you can tell, I've attempted to do a sort of spooky makeup. My thought was pumpkins, because I have my little pumpkin dude behind me. I've got orange on. Not sure how I feel about the makeup, but I do like to experiment for videos. But anyway, let's get on to today's video. So today I want to talk about 3 Scottish Halloween traditions. 3 Halloween traditions we do in Scotland. Whatever I'm going to call it. We're going to do like 3 things that Scotland does for Halloween that I'm not sure if the rest of the world does. Thing number 1. So in Scotland, traditionally, we carve turnips instead of pumpkins, even though I've got my pumpkin theme. So I think this could be for a number of reasons. Number 1, I'm not convinced pumpkins are like native to Scotland. Scotland adopts like a lot of Americanisms and I think a lot of the world does. So we would like, most of my life I've carved a pumpkin. I have never carved a turnip in my life, even though I know it's tradition. And I've also heard it's really, really difficult. Like, it's really tough to carve a turnip. But I think the whole thing, so yeah, first of all, I don't think pumpkins are native to Scotland. I think they get brought in. Could be wrong, someone fact check me on that. 2, I think I remember hearing a story, and I'll maybe Google this. So I think it was this guy Jack made a deal with the devil, and I think obviously you don't make deals with the devil, like he's gonna screw you over, he's the devil. And what he did was like replace Jack's head with like a turnip, and then I think he put out a jack-o'-lantern so that Jack can like find his way or something like that. I'll maybe have a quick Google and insert a clip if that is the actual story. But yeah, that is number 1 in Scotland. Traditionally, we carve turnips and not pumpkins. Why, hello, it's Editing Simo again. So I just thought I would give a quick Google of this Jack story that I was talking about. So basically, our man Jack was a pretty bad dude. I'm going to summarise this really quickly, by the way. Really bad dude. Somehow managed to trick Satan twice. Once he tricked Satan and he was like, okay, you can't take my soul for another 10 years. So Satan was like, cool, you tricked me, got it. Second time, it was like, you can't ever send my soul to Hades. But then because Jack was like a really bad dude and drunk a lot, he died. And then because he was bad, he didn't get into heaven. And then when he went down to like hell, the devil was like, you said that you couldn't get in, I wouldn't let your soul into hell, and we made a deal. So Jack was then given an ember, and he was made to walk between good and evil forever. And then all he had was his hollowed turnip with this like ember to light his way. I'm reading this off of Wikipedia. There's apparently different versions of the story. But yeah, something to do with like, don't know why I thought he lost his head. Something. Maybe I heard that version. Alright, anyway, back to the video. Thing number 2 we do in Scotland is we technically do not go trick-or-treating, although a lot of people will call it trick-or-treating. In Scotland, we go guising. So you just go guising. It's the exact same thing with slight changes, but that'll take us on to number 3. But yeah, you wear your costume, you knock on people's doors, and you do your party piece, and you're guising. So let me Google this. Hold on. So what Google says is the wearing of costumes or guising at Hallowmass? Hallowmass? Who called it Hallowmass? Okay. Had been recorded in Scotland in the 16th century and was later recorded in other parts of Britain and Ireland. There are many references to mumming. I've not heard of mumming either. Guising or souling at Halloween in Britain and Ireland during the late 18th century and 19th century. So again, I'm pretty sure the tradition is you wear your costumes so that like the ghosts and the ghouls and the spirits can't get you. Because I don't know if this is, I might need to do a little bit of fact checking here, but I'm pretty sure traditionally Halloween is based on the pagan festival Samhain, And for my dyslexics out there, it's spelt Samhain. That's how I remember how to spell it, but Samhain. And I think that's meant to be the point that where spirits can get lost and I'm gonna say the veil, I don't know if that's correct, but it's the point of the year where like it would be harvest and the spirit world and the human world, it's like as closest as it could be. So that's when like spirits could get you or get out. So you wear your costume to scare away the spirits. I think that's correct. Do not take that as gospel, but I'm sure that's where it is. Because I was going to try and talk a little bit about Samhain, but I feel like I've only just started kind of learning about it. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Where the fuck did Hallowmas come from? How does that link to All Hallows Eve? And how does that link to Samhain? Because, sorry, I don't know. So the third and final thing that we do in Scotland that from watching American movies and things, I don't think other people do this when they're trick-or-treating or guising, is we have a party piece. So traditionally what would happen is you would go chap on someone's door, they would invite you into their living room and you would perform your party piece, and then on the way out, you would get all your sweeties and things. So your party piece is like a song, a joke, or a poem, and I love this. So when I was younger, there was a house in like an area where we would go trick-or-treating or guising, and it was just referred to as the scary house. And let me tell you, these people went all out. They had UV lights so that things glowed in the dark. They had people dressed up in like really good costumes to jump out and scare you. And what you would do is you would queue up, you would wait, and they would get you through this, the whole through the house. And it was like, there would be storylines to it. You get chased around the garden with like zombies, and then on the way out, someone would be like, oh, congratulations, you survived the scary house. Here's your bag of sweets. And this was legit just someone's house. Like, this wasn't something that you paid to do. This was someone's house. It was so good. If for whatever reason these people see this and they know where I'm from, because I'm not gonna say where I'm from, but if they see this, like, well done. Like, solid, outstanding childhood memories. But what was really fun is next door to the scary house, because there would sometimes be a queue, that house started doing like traditional guising things. So you'd go in, you would say your party piece, you would get to go duking for apples, you would get to do that like treacle bun thing, and it was a lot of fun. So in case I'm getting ahead of myself, duking for apples there's two versions. You would either stick your head in a bucket and try and like get an apple out of like a bucket of water, which it's messy, it's fun, it's messy. And the other option is you would like lean over a chair and have like a fork dangling in your mouth, and then you would like drop it in and try and like get an apple. That was a good one if your costume was like face paint and things. And then the treacle bun thing, there's two versions I've seen of this. One, you could either get it on a string and you'd have your hands behind your back and you'd have to like try and jump up and catch this like treacle covered bun, and again it was super sticky and super messy, it was horrible. Or you would have to be like on your knees and they'd put it on like a paper plate and you'd try and like eat this treacle bun. Yeah, it was a lot of messiness, and yeah, you would say your party piece, do your thing, and that was it. You would then get your sweeties. Like, you have to sort of earn it. Like, I don't know, I see in American movies you just turn up and go trick or treat and they plop something in your bag and on you go, and I'm like, you need to kind of earn your sweeties in Scotland. So yeah, old school people would do that. So again, I'm going to consult Dr. Google, and I want to have a wee quick look at some examples of crappy Halloween jokes. Because the one I always remember, and I still remember that to this day, because I must have said it like 40 times out trick-or-treating, and it was this little poem about a snowball. This is really, really cringy, so I apologise in advance. So the little poem was, I made myself a snowball as perfect as can be. I think I'll keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pajamas and a pillow for its head, but then last night it ran away, but first it wet the bed. Yeah, so that was my little party piece that I like to do. So let me consult Mr. Google for some Halloween jokes. Here we go, 45 fun Halloween jokes. Get the whole family in the spooky spirit. I'm not gonna read all 45. Okay, first one on the list. What do birds say on Halloween? Trick or tweet. Yeah, that was kind of The jokes are usually terrible. What makes trick-or-treating with twin witches so challenging? You never know which witch is which. What do ghosts give out to trick-or-treaters? Booberies. For me, that sounds a little bit too much like boobs, I'm not gonna lie. I thought there was 45 jokes, that was like 4. Allow me to consult another website. Why did the Headless Horseman go into business? He wanted to get ahead in life. Why did the vampire need mouthwash? Because he had bat breath. It's awful. But I think that's the point, like they need to be like short, awful, because if you're trick-or-treating or guysing with like a group of like 4 kids and they've all got a joke, and if it's a big long poem, song, whatever, these jokes are pretty perfect. Okay, let's do 2 more. What kind of monster loves to disco? The boogeyman. What do you call a fat pumpkin? A plumpkin. Wow, okay. So with that, this will be the end of the video, and this is my last little video in my Halloween series. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you've had a fantastic spooky season. If you have any more terrible Halloween jokes that you think would make a good party piece, put them in the comments below and let me know all about them. So I hope you have a very spooky, fabulous, ghoulish, terrifying, horrible... Okay, I think I'm getting my head myself. I hope you have a fantastic spooky season. Enjoy Halloween when it comes around, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!